Okay, Tony, we're rolling.
You're listening to episode number 521 of the 360 Vegas podcast. Check out the blog at 360vegaspodcast.com or send us an email at 360vegaspodcast@gmail.com. Get early and sometimes exclusive access to all things 360 Vegas, including 37 episodes of Vintage Vegas, 55 ante-ups, 124 Vegas cocktails, and lots more with a $7 per month subscription to Patreon. That's patreon.com/360vegas. It's like I'd never seen these words before in my life. Vegas. From Fremont to the Strip, how Las Vegas casinos evolved is now available via Amazon and wherever you buy books.
Woohoo!
Here we go.
So I'm clicking on the live here and I don't see it.
I do.
Do you?
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't know. Oh, there it is.
Here's all the chat coming in too.
Got it.
There we go. Yeah, we got it too.
Oh, well, thank you for joining us. All right, so here's our statement that we're going to discuss. Best book about Vegas ever written was just released, and I'm its author.
Well, that one seems like a loaded statement.
Does anybody want to try to disagree with that?
Listen,
because your window might go dark really quick.
Yeah, I sincerely believe this. That's why it's 500 pages, is that one of the best books that's ever written I wrote. There it is.
I think one of the best books ever written is a very safe statement that I can get behind.
That's good. That's good. I'll take that. One of the best.
How far are you in it, Tony? I mean, I know you've read the draft, I think, beforehand.
No, he didn't read the draft.
Oh, he didn't? Oh.
No.
So this is brand new.
I felt weird about asking you guys to read the book. I mean, like to date, Karen hasn't read the book. Tony's currently reading.
I'm working on it.
Okay, but to be fair, you've had over a year to work on it.
I didn't want to read multiple versions. The final one was only done a couple weeks ago. I'm not going to read a rough draft. Come on. I just want the final thing.
The final thing was tweaks.
I stopped reading when my name was only mentioned once and I got like 6 words.
At the very beginning.
Exactly.
And the acknowledgement.
After that, I've just been lining
After that, he's like, boring.
Exactly.
It's not about me. Oh, then why am I? I thought I was a Vegas icon.
I mean, I am, but I'm a little disappointed I don't have my own fucking chapter in this book. That's just
right.
Well, there is book 2, Tony. You never know.
You know what?
You need to get to cracking on getting some more stories for him to put in there.
That's right. Here's what you should do, Mark. Your next book, if you're open to a suggestion, your next book should be about the individuals who made Vegas
what it is. What it is.
It is what it's about. That's what I was gonna say. It's like that's why we're waiting on this, Tony, is because you are such a Vegas icon and legend.
You're so close. You're so there. You just need a few more.
You can make the cut, man.
you can get in that book.
No, this is super exciting, man. This is super exciting. I found out from Mark that I was being shipped a hardcover book. So I went on Amazon and I picked up the softcover bound book here so that I can have both of them. And I figure, you know what? You're like a real author, Mark, when people have multiple iterations of your book on their
Never mind, they're one of your best friends. But yes,
that has nothing to do with it. I got 5 fucking words in the acknowledgement. I'm just kidding. That's not true. That's not true. I'm being funny.
I got my own little paragraph.
I mean, I guess that does put it in perspective, right? I mean, the wife who you've been married to for
pushing 30 years. Yeah,
exactly. So
I only get a few sentences. You're lucky you got 6 words.
That was serendipitous too. That I said, thank you for marrying a moody author, like or writer, moody writer.
It is funny because most people don't know this. When I first met you, you wrote a ton. You were big into poetry and short stories.
Yep.
I mean, he wrote all through high school. He's always been a writer. And so it was funny because when I first read that, I was like, oh, it's a little callback. But I bet a lot of people don't know that. Yeah, you've been a writer for as long as I know you. So yeah.
I'm counting on some Vegas haikus in the next book.
We should say that of the books, Amazon is still taking their sweet time with printing. For the Kickstarter supporters,
paperback people, those are the only people who haven't gotten their books. Everybody else has gotten their stuff. Everybody else
has been mailed out. So anybody that was getting a hardcover has been mailed out. There are still 2 of you that have not been mailed out because despite multiple efforts to reach out to you to get your addresses, you have not responded.
God damn it.
We're not
He
going to
had
call
one
anybody
job.
out, but you know who you are. And if you're wondering why your book hasn't shown up, maybe check your spam, maybe check your emails, take a look around because we don't have your address.
Yeah.
So
We don't want to specifically call you out, but it's getting close.
Well, at some point you may need to, like that. If I didn't know I wasn't getting my book because you don't have my address and you know, somehow the emails got lost in the ethers, I would want you to be like, hey, Tony, just a heads up.
I know the name of one of them right off the top of my head, but I can't remember the other ones. The problem. I'd have to pull up my spreadsheet.
So with this, because the Amazon shipped us the hardbacks in 2 different shipments. So the first set went out, I think, on Monday. And I know those are starting to trickle in. People have let us know that they're getting those. The second round of them were mailed out on Thursday, and they're all sent USPS. So however long that takes, we even had an international one that we had to ship out. So that's, if you getting a hardback, those are all out in the mail except
Those
the 2.
Gorgeous too. You're gonna.
They're
love
so
that.
pretty.
Yeah,
They're so pretty.
It's such a great job.
Pretty darn excited.
So good. Thank you, Josh.
Oh yeah.
They're like, I've said it before. We didn't know if we were going to have a hardcover, primarily because I was intimidated about
The whole
having to make
formatting.
the cover in general.
Yeah.
And then once Josh jumped in and was like, well, I'll take care of the cover. Like, oh shit. All right. Well, can we do a hardback too?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're definitely doing hardback again on book 2. That's too great. And we've already got the cover.
We already have the
which
cover for that.
I can't wait to share with people, but I
Don't do it.
No, I
Don't
can't do it yet.
Let him soak in and enjoy book 1.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
You know, this
And if for the listeners who did donate to the Kickstarter and aren't aware, like, did I get a hardcover or not? If you donated at the highest tier, the $100 tier, then Mark automatically upgraded you to a hardcover. Originally, it was supposed to just be paperback for everyone. So if you're like, I don't know if I'm a hardcover person or not.
good point.
So that's what sets you apart.
Yep.
Oh,
And
wow. Todd Gaddis just said, I actually see my postal truck pulling up now. I'm hoping my book is being delivered this very second. That would rock on, Todd.
That would be
If the book is-
amazing.
That's so great.
And we do.
All right, kids.
Wait, hold on. If we do, I want to
Okay.
give a shout out. If you notice,
Okay.
3 of us are sporting the brand new. There we go. Thank you, Stan. I'm kind of seated, so I can't. The brand new 360 Vegas jersey. We do have to give a huge shout out to our dear friend Shane, who coordinated getting the patches, getting the jerseys put together, designing them, all of that kind of stuff. So those went out a couple weeks ago. They're super fun. Mine fits a lot better than the first one because the first one is freaking huge on me. This one is a perfect hockey jersey fit. So super excited about it. And thank you, Shane, because that's not, easy work to coordinate and put all that together. So we really appreciate it. So now we have a black one and a white one.
Yep, we have road and we have home and away
Yes, we
jerseys.
do.
Oh, that's cool. I see Mrs. Shane is in the chats. So she's saying, need the Vegas skyline on the outside pages of the book for visual porn on the bookshelf.
Oh, no, the spine is supposed to be on the
The
bookshelf.
spine is gorgeous. I
It
love
is.
the spine so much.
The
I mean, it's
back-
just so sleek, right? Like, look at that. It's black and white with your logo. It's just a really
The logo
sleek
was a
looking-
last minute addition too, and it was
I
awesome.
know,
Such a
look at
great idea.
Wait,
How
this thing.
fun. How fun.
That
All
was
right, listen.
so that was one of those we talked in the book creation special episode about stuff and looking through other books that you liked to see what are they doing.
Hmm.
And I was like a very last minute thing where I said, hey Mark, a lot of books will put the publishing logo in the at the very bottom of the spine. Do you want me to throw 360 Vegas logo in there? And he was like, show me how it looks. And once we saw it, it was like, oh yeah, there's no reason why we're not doing this.
Right. Should we do the same thing or should we do the alt logo on the second book?
Ooh, I don't know.
that's
We'll have to
intriguing.
see.
I'll have to take a look at
We'll have to
that.
take
Yeah,
a look.
it's
I mean,
an interesting
there's an aspect of your original logo being the important one, but
Right.
I do think because it's 2 books and you have the chance to use both logos, I'm my initial thought was no with the original. Now I'm talking myself into no. I think use
It
as
might be that.
many logos as you can. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, listen, gol darn it. I'm the one that runs this crazy train. So we've got to get the train out of the station.
Come on, Tony, you're slipping.
We're going to start the show. He's Mark. She's Karen. That's Josh. I'm Tony. And as always, we start with Random Vegas.
March 19th, 1931, the state of Nevada re-legalized gambling in an attempt to recover from the Great Depression.
Whatever the reason, I'm glad they did it.
I know, right? Like the fact that they got rid of it for a little while was kind of silly, but I love that I think it was the mayor or the governor of Vegas ended up saying, when it comes to gambling, at least you have the benefit of knowing where your money's going. You know, if you lose it,
Instead of the stock market.
right?
My understanding is there was probably a lot happening in Vegas anyway when it was, even though it
There
was
was.
illegal.
It came back in phases almost immediately after they legalized it, or they made it illegal.
Okay.
It came back like within like almost a year. They started with pari-mutuel card games, and you could have little slot machines, but they couldn't award any more than $2 or like cigars and shit like that. So yeah,
it
it came
fruits?
back almost instantly.
Isn't that why like the slot machines have fruit on them? Because wasn't that like the fruit flavored candies or something that they were allowed to give away? They weren't allowed to award money, but they could award
I know
those.
fruit had something to do with it, but I can't remember specifically what it was.
I'm pretty
You're
sure.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is the Twit Pick of the Week.
It's 1988, and I'm currently in grade school while this marvelous display of Vegas existed. On the left, hold on. Let me share it.
Why should we be the only ones who get to enjoy it?
There you go. On the left, we see the Desert Inn, all shiny after her exterior renovation. Just beyond that is the Sands, and in the distance, we see Caesar's Palace, which brings us across the street to see the Frontier, and in the front of that is the Silver Slipper. This is the view south of Stardust. It's the eve of the Mirage opening, which would change everything and cause the eventual demise of all these properties, except Caesar's, but she would be radically transformed in a decade's time. Another great pick from @SumaCorp.
So my first thought is
Someone jump in.
no, my first thought is this is gonna sound stupid. It illustrates the bend in the road that is, Las Vegas Boulevard, because
Right.
there's no way like Caesars isn't dead on. It makes it look like Caesars is right at the end of the strip, which it isn't. There's a
Right.
curve in the road, which is why you can see it from this angle.
It's the same thing with Treasure Island. Treasure Island, it looks like the strip dead ends at Treasure Island because of that curve
Yeah.
Right.
from the reverse perspective.
And I do love who is headlining at the Desert Inn, which is Suzanne Summers and Louis Anderson.
Well, I mean, look across the street and look at the show that's playing at the Silver Slipper. That feels a little
Boylesque?
icky.
Yeah.
Boylesque.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
So,
Kenny
I
Kerr
just
and his female impersonation show.
who? What?
Kenny Kerr. Kenny Kerr is the guy that headlined Boylesque.
It's
And
wait.
look
More
at-
history for you. Sorry.
Look at all the lower right hand corner. Look at all the different like periodical.
Those are all sex workers.
Oh my God, there's so many of them crammed on right next to USA Today. They're just all like crammed in there
Perspective.
together. Wow.
So something that jumped out at me, the two people crossing the street, and so much of the strip now has got fencing along the sidewalk to prevent dumbass people from doing this on what is now a much busier road.
Right.
And I thought the guy in the middle was Elvis, but it's just somebody in white sweats.
That's kind of look like.
Well,
it.
the fashion of the 80s was not really much to write home about. So
Right.
I respectfully disagree. The wind never stood a chance with all those breakers.
well, and the oh shoot, I had a point and I forgot it. Oh, to me, this looks like it's an early morning picture.
It
I
does.
concur.
Yes.
Where, the way the sun's coming across because it's sort of behind buildings showing across the street. So that explains why you don't see that many people.
Mm-hmm.
But
Beautiful.
Well, as always, we will link to the photo on our blog. We'll feature on all of our social media outlets, such as Flickr, Discord, Facebook, and Twitter. Let's get into the news. The news is brought to you by Vegas, from the Fremont to the Strip. Everything's going to be hosted by this book now. I kid. I just think it would be funny if you worked in a plug for the book at every single spot. The news is brought to you by stripwalking.com for the ultimate customizable POV walking experience in Vegas. Check out stripwalking.com. First up, let's talk about Zorkfest.
We have a new sponsor we want to tell you about, and because they're cool, when we discover cool things, we want to introduce them to you. You may have heard us talk about them before because we've worked with them in the past, but not like this. First, TravelZork.com is a one-stop shop for travel planning. The site has travel news, lots of Vegas and casino goodness, and you can book travel as well as get details for Zorkfest 2025. Zorkfest is their annual points and miles convention, teaching you the best way to make your money go the furthest. Speaking of Zorkfest, we are prepared to announce today that we are performing the first ever 360 Vegas podcast live at Zorkfest 2025, which will be in Las Vegas Friday through Sunday, December 5th through the 7th of 2025. Tickets are already available for Zorkfest for those of you not interested in the details and just want to attend. I'm told that those tickets are almost sold out.
Right. Kind of like the Backstreet Boys.
That thing did sell big time.
But
Once,
it's not sold yet.
no, they just came
They just
online
did.
yesterday.
Okay, but they kept adding dates before they sold.
That's true.
That was a joke that I was trying to put in there, and you just stomped all over it.
I'm sorry.
We will not be adding dates. There's
No,
just
we
the
won't.
date.
No, yeah, just
One
just-
night only.
Right.
I feel
Uh-huh.
like all those sitcoms that we all probably watched right around the same time as kids are just like 360 Vegas was filmed live in front of a studio audience.
Oh, I have every intention to bring a laugh track so that everything I say, none of my jokes will ever fall flat.
All right, let me get back to this. Expect the Miles and Points Lab, master classes on travel and casino loyalty, another epic dining experience, and you'll get to see us perform our show live. As for the detail, or as more details arise, we'll be sure to share them with you. In the meanwhile, book your travel plans with travelzork.travel and make the most of your money.
This will be exciting. This is cool.
Yeah, we've been dealing with TravelZork for a while, but now they wanted to officially sponsor us and sponsor the new segment, taking over
And honored to be asked to do, a live podcast at Zorkfest.
yeah,
That's
this is
huge.
something that
So,
we've been talking
thank
about
you.
for years actually, and they've been kind of courting us to do this, and I was finally able
Oh,
to,
you never wanted to do a live show. You
I
were.
know this is a little off brand for Mark. I was
I know.
pretty surprised.
I was
and
too.
excited
You know what? The
to
book
get
has
the
changed
text.
everything. Like I'm actually doing interviews with other podcasts coming up here in the coming months, which
Nice.
is I've never done before. I've never done an interview, and I've agreed to do it because I'm promoting the book, and the book is everything to me. So that's why, like, even the live feed, like obviously we're gonna plug the book, when we go to that, when we go to Zorkfest. So yeah, I just the book has changed everything.
You should do like a signing there if you can, if they'll.
I was thinking about that.
Accommodate
We're
that.
going to do a signing at 360 Vegas Vacation, but we're not bringing books to it, so you
Yeah.
can't buy your book there. So if you've bought a book and you want it autographed, go ahead and bring it to the 360 Vegas family meet and
Makes
greet,
sense.
and we'll, I'll be happy to autograph it for you. But we're not going to have books there to sell, just because we don't want to carry the inventory.
I don't want to carry the inventory. I don't want to deal with cash versus card versus payment versus all of that. It's just
Right.
if you want to get it, you're coming to 360 Vegas, Amazon, wherever you buy books, whatever, you can get it there,
Yeah.
and just bring it with you.
Bring your own damn book.
I don't know. You throw 4 in a backpack, you could sell them for $20 a pop. Just Operation Empty Backpacks.
You know what, Tony? If you want to, coordinate that yourself, knock yourself right on out.
I will do that, except I will be charging $40 a book.
And we'll see how many you sell. You'll just be toting them around. You'll back a herd on one side. You'll shift the backpack to the other. It'll hurt
That's
over there.
We've got people in the chat right now talking about how they have already purchased tickets for some of the or reservations for some of the events at 360 Vegas. So that's already taken off. We're 20 minutes into having that open for
Yeah, that's
for
we
Patreon,
might as well
so-
roll into that then,
Yeah.
Tony.
Yeah.
All right. RSVP for 360 Vegas Vacation 15 is live.
It's the time you've been waiting for, the ability to RSVP your spot at 360 Vegas Vacation 15. RSVP is available exclusively to Patreon subscribers for 30 days before it goes to general availability. In the past, most events sell out before reaching general availability, but this year, at least one event doesn't have a cap for attendance, and that's Play Playground at Luxor, Monday, June 23rd at 1 p.m. And of course, the meet and greet and group gaming are all open to anyone who'd like to participate. As a reminder, featured at this year's family meet and greet include Vital Vegas, Vegas Near Me, Strip Walking, Pennies for Vegas, and you can bet on that.
It'll be here before we know it.
It will,
I
yeah.
hate to say it. I know it's the end of June, but it's going to be here so fast. This year's already going
I agree.
Not so.
Yeah, so you can those in the chat now. If you're Patreon subscribers, you already got a notification that RSVP is available, and you can jump on that now.
Next up. What's
Sorry.
up, Karen?
We lost Josh.
I know. He's like, I'm
Sorry, I
out.
thought a kid was bringing me my copy of the book. I'm having them look out for the mail.
Oh, that's fantastic. Everybody's actively
right.
on alert. That's so cool. All right, Mark, what's going on with Amplified coming?
Amplified, the immersive rock experience is coming to the Illuminarium at Area 15 beginning March 12th. The attraction is said to feature music from over 300 artists, 1,000 photos, and 200 videos projected on the venue's walls and floor. Kevin Bacon narrates the experience using 4K laser projection and 3D audio. Cost of admission was not disclosed, but the Illuminarium typically runs $35. I'm interested in this.
Really?
Yeah. Just the idea of a comprehensive display about music and its evolution
Yeah,
interests me.
I'd check this out.
Yeah.
I guess my concerns are twofold. One is at Area 15, there really hasn't been much that I've been interested in. And two, if it's immersive, I'm concerned about my motion sickness and not being able to tell which way is up. And
Well, we went
sideways.
into that room. That was the Disney room. That's the Illuminarium.
I wasn't. You didn't. I did not go in that room with you. You went with the Moors.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. So I still
But
haven't done something like that.
Kevin
What?
Bacon.
That's right.
Kevin Bacon.
So
That doesn't really do it for me. I don't know.
Kevin Bacon is a national treasure, Karen.
I have not discovered my 6 degrees from him yet. So maybe once I make that connection, it'll mean more. I don't know.
All right, that's going to do it for news. Let's roll into prop bets. For those of you unfamiliar, prop bets is an extension of the news, but with just bits and pieces and noteworthy items. Prop bets brought to you by Vegas Near Me. If it's fun to do or see, it's on Vegas Near Me. Now purchase show tickets right from the app, available free on both Android and iPhone. Okay, first up, Fontainebleau is once again tier matching now through June 1st. The matching has become more difficult to achieve for Caesars as only Diamond Elite and up are being matched.
Oh, Fontainebleau.
Yeah, that sounds like there's
There ain't that many up from Diamond Elite, is there?
No, after
I
that,
think
it's
silver
stars, I think.
sevens.
Yeah.
Silver sevens.
Well, isn't
something
it
sevens.
Diamond? It's Diamond, Diamond Plus, Diamond Elite, and then seven.
Silver Star, 7-star,
That's it.
I think so.
7-star.
7-star,
That's it.
7-star. Yeah.
like 2 tiers. So Diamond Elite and
Yeah.
7 stars are the only ones that
Right.
can get matched. Oh, great. Cool.
I mean, you'll get a match for lower, but it's not anything worth.
Matching. for.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Not
you're getting if you're at Diamond, you're getting no resort fees. You're not getting that at Fontainebleau for matching.
So it's not worth making the trek from a Caesars property down to Fontainebleau to get matched.
I don't
because
believe so. No.
The 30-foot tall water sculpture in the lobby of Palazzo is now for sale. Bids are expected to start at only $5,000.
We're gonna do a Kickstarter for it.
I was
Where
going to
the-
say, how much do you have left over from the book Kickstarter, Mark?
Who is going to buy this and where are they going to put it? Oh, he
got his
it.
book.
Oh, very cool.
That's awesome. So check your mail, those in the chat,
Yeah.
because your
right.
book may be here.
That is the second round of shipment. So you might be getting them today.
Oh,
Thing like getting that live on show.
That's amazing.
But no, seriously, who is buying a 30-foot tall water sculpture and where are you putting it?
Well, it's like
We are, Karen. We all are.
right.
We're putting it in your pool.
exactly. We're gonna come over and
no.
we're gonna recreate the Friends opening intro.
Nope.
So we'll all have umbrellas and a couch.
Nope. Not happening. We are putting a gate up or something, or changing
We have a
the
gate
lock
up.
code. Mark?
That's you.
No, I just
Oh,
did
that's
the
right.
30-foot tall
I'm
water
sorry.
sculpture.
I said that with menace in my voice.
Yeah,
too.
you did.
I apologize. John Mahaffey is reporting that table felt at Green Valley now states players betting $25 and above will be paid blackjack at 3-2, while those betting lower will be paid at 6-5. I don't have a problem with this.
I don't either.
This seems totally fair.
Well, and if you can walk up to a table and bet at a lower limit,
Yeah, exactly.
he didn't say what the lower limit was, but is it like a $10 minimum? I mean, great. If I can play at $10 and I'm still getting 6-5, which I know sucks, but I can still play at $10
Right.
versus if I want to make the choice to go up to 25 and I get 3-2, that's even better. So I don't mind it, and I feel bad for the dealers trying to keep the master rate on who's betting what at each.
I
Oh,
would have to
right.
imagine it's based on the table limit. Like if you're playing at a $25 table
No. This is a table that's split.
simultaneous. Oh, come
Yeah.
on.
And the dealer's got to remember who's doing
That's what I
what
mean.
and all that. Yeah.
Minimum.
They've got to have their most senior dealers working with that because that's going to be a mess.
Sorry, I know I'm up, but some asshole wrote in my book, and so it's all
Ruined. It's ruined now.
It's supposed to be mint in the box.
Italy Bar and Pizza al Padalino are the newest additions to Italy at Park MGM, the first major build out since it debuted in 2018. And if you're looking for them, you'll find the pair located in the space formerly home to the wine shop.
So it doesn't surprise me that it's going there because
It was due for a refresh, but Italy's been untouched for a while.
no, but the wine shop, if I remember correctly, is in the lower level where like the grocery area is because they had the whole wine coolers and everything on that side.
Okay.
So I can see not selling a bunch of bottles of wine being in
Right,
Vegas, right? So put something else in there. But I thought they already had a pizza.
So did
place in
I
there.
actually. I don't know.
You know what? I will be at Best Friend on Thursday, or not Best
Find out.
well, Best Friend, yes, but I will be in Park MGM. We'll walk through Italy and just confirm where this is.
Okay.
So-
Great. Grunge Fest featuring Nirvana Mania, Alive, STP Plus, and Bad Motorfinger. My first girlfriend had that nickname for me. Tributes are performing at the House of Blues Friday, March 7th. Show starts at 7:30 p.m. Tickets start at $14.
And that is why I did not tell my mom that we were doing another live broadcast because I didn't know what was going to come up that she would be like, "Excuse me." Yeah, I don't
What
want to
does
hear that.
Bad Motorfinger mean to his girlfriend? I don't-
Oh, good Lord. Backstreet Boys have added 3 more shows to their residency at the Sphere, citing increased demand for tickets, which are not yet available for sale, which is what I said earlier. And got
Okay, but
corrected.
so this is wrong. Is the point?
Wait, you wrote
you're
something
highlighting.
wrong? Okay, Mark wrote it wrong. Just so everybody knows,
Wow,
he admitted it.
This is the shit I have to live with.
The new dates are August
Awkward.
8th, 9th, and the 10th.
Tony, I hate it when mom and dad fight.
Oh,
I
he's so
don't.
used to it now.
I hope they get divorced and I want to live with Dad.
Oh,
He's way
then,
fucking cooler.
then you haven't been paying attention to a lot of the details. 'Cause Dad divorced from mom ain't going to be living so well.
That's awesome. Dad and I are living in an empty refrigerator box. But damn it, I can come home when I want and smoke all the pot I can ingest.
Right. Legendary poker player Phil Hellmuth has said that he is boycotting the World Series of Poker this year because it's become more of an endurance contest and less about the skill.
I'm sure there is nobody that is upset that he's boycotting this event.
He's
Not
such
the
a little
players.
bitch.
I know, right? He's gotten worse. I mean, he was always when I used to watch when poker first started getting streamed or played or broadcast or whatever it was back in the day. I used to watch a bunch of it, and he was a brat then.
Yeah.
His last couple years of antics at the World Series of Poker have been ridiculous.
He's a baby.
Oh,
Yeah, he is.
especially when let's just say when he's boycotting, I'm sure all the other players like, oh no, really?
Yeah, he said it said it's unfair for the older players because of like they have to play for like 12 straight hours to it's just it's an
What, if
and
he
I
had to
don't
be
disagree with
grandfathered-
him, but I don't like him, so I can't
Yeah.
I
I like
just-
watching. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, I disagree with him because, okay, it's a poker tournament. Everybody's going to pay the same ante to get in. So why should you, because you've won other tournaments or have this reputation, be, allowed to skip rounds in order to get into it? No, you sit and play like everybody else. And if you can't do that, then don't enter, old man. Sorry.
I like watching like rebroadcasts of some like tournaments like World Series of Poker and Poker Live, stuff like that. And the best person is Daniel Negreanu, who will take Phil and just troll the shit out of him and his little whiny behavior shit. I love
he
it.
Beetled it like so bad. He would just,
Oh,
just poke the bear just to get him more pissed off.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember those.
It's awesome. All right. Tickets for Universal Horror at Area 15 are now on sale for their August 14th opening. I think I slurred my words. So it's not Universal Horror. Universal Horror at Area 15 are now on sale for their August 14th opening
Prices start at
at $69. So it's
Which is
easy
why-
to confuse.
Right.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you clarified.
Yeah.
Nevada lawmakers are reintroducing a 1.4 billion with a B, a 1.4 billion dollar bill that would incentivize studios and offer up to $80 million in annual tax credits if at least half the film is shot in Nevada.
I support these tax breaks. I appreciate what they're trying to do. Bring in business film in Vegas. I think the more things we have filmed in Vegas, the better.
I'm just surprised they're reintroducing. I thought this
It failed
passed.
before.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah.
I thought it passed.
Yeah.
Oh, because they're building one like right down the street from us. So
Right.
I think Sony. Forget what.
Yeah, I think it's Sony.
Sony's building down the street from us, but 80s World Spring Break Bash featuring Mike Reno from Loverboy, Rick Springfield, Billy Idol, and Brian Setzer are performing at the downtown Las Vegas Event Center Saturday, March 29th. Shows start at 5 p.m. and tickets start at $35.
I love the downtown Las Vegas Event Center.
Although we've never been there.
Well, no, we've been there. Well, we haven't been there for an event. I've been there.
Oh, look at Paisley.
Oh, Paisley.
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 Oh, look at her.
Such a
She's like,
great
what
name.
are you doing?
I know,
with
right?
that?"
Totally put me down.
And of course,
Paisley always
I
has to
said
have
that,
a
and my girl popped up, and she's in my face now. Like, what are you talking about?
I know,
A
right?
little harder to get her on camera. I can't pick her up. So.
Right.
Yeah, no kidding.
And Presley already showed up behind Mark earlier in the
Oh,
stream.
yeah.
Yeah,
She'll do that.
she's right by me right now.
She's literally sitting right at the front of his desk, like all
Right.
curled up, ready to go. Yeah,
I had to block her out. Like, oh no, get off.
and
the-
she's not happy. with it.
No, she's not. Palms is now offering 3-2 blackjack at all of its tables. According to @John Mahaffey, they even have $5 blackjack and craps tables open 24/7.
Good.
Well, I think we might have a
Great.
reason to go visit.
Through a Palms,
Yeah.
yeah, for real. Well done, Palms. I mean, I'm disappointed in your
Considering the statement from what was it last week?
well because of their music genre
Right.
bookings.
You didn't specify that. You said that the
Palms is
Whatever the
ruining
tribes.
is ruining or San Manuel is ruining
Manuel
Palms.
is
That's
ruining
what I
the-
said.
very broad statement.
It was. That's part of the part of the statement. Is it's meant to be broad and meant to be provocative.
Well, you tried to clarify. Say, well, it's just because of the music.
Well, that is primarily my hang up
Well,
with it.
BLVD is putting up their marquee and it's about to block some things from the Brewdog view.
Yeah, it's a large sign.
Yeah, but I mean, Brewdog's only on the third floor, so they had a view for a minute. Something's gonna come in
For
to
a
block
minute.
it. Well,
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
can't-
think it's cool being close up to a big giant sign.
can be. Yeah.
Before we go any further, Todd said that he is drinking a cask strength Kaio whiskey, which is a Japanese whiskey. Wants to know what others are drinking. What have you got in your glass there, Karen? And Alistair's in the chat, and he already said hello to your cocktail. So
He
tell
did.
everybody else what you're drinking.
Well, I started, and so I will say this: I had a tomatini. I have not had one in about 3 weeks. I am doing, I guess you call it damp February, which is where I only drink if we are out or meeting with friends or doing something like that. So no alcohol at home, which has gone a lot better than I thought it would. So this is my first tomatini in like 3 weeks. And it was delicious. But I ran out and Mark won't let me go get another one. So now I have
Right.
lime and my Soda Stream sparkling water with a
Just
Tito.
sparkling water. Oh, okay. Phew.
Yeah.
Woo. Okay.
No. Tito's in there too.
Crisis
I'm
averted.
enjoying Google's juicy peach. That's what I'm enjoying.
There you go. Which he has stockpiled from the summer.
And then quit drinking for a while. I fully stocked my beer fridge, and I'm like, I think I'm going to stop drinking for a little bit.
What about you?
Josh?
I just finished my coffee and Bailey's, and I have requested that that someone in the house bring me the Woodford Old Fashioned that I mixed up. It's sitting in the top shelf of the fridge, so hopefully that. Yes, here it is. So that's what's on its way
Perfect.
right now.
Perfect timing.
Thank you,
Perfect
delivery
timing.
person.
That was
Perfect
fantastic. Nice. Excellent.
So
I'm right there with you, buddy. I am drinking. Let's see how well I can get this on camera. I am drinking a Woodford Reserve Masters Collection. I picked this up
Ooh.
down at the Woodford Reserve Distillery. It is Madeira cask finished. It looks like it is 90 proof, so it's kind of on the lower end of the alcohol. You know, what do you call that?
Spectrum.
Spectrum. Thank you. Holy shit.
Spectrum.
The fact that I couldn't come up with that word is not lost on me. That maybe
How many of those have you had?
I was gonna say enough that if you drink enough of them, you don't need to worry about how low the ABV is. So, but everyone else is it looks like everyone else has got something going on. Colin's drinking Cat Strength Rabbit Hole. Sky in the Rocks is drinking a Getaway Blonde from Fort Myers Brewing Company.
What?
So
Not a
everybody's
Sky in the
having-
Rocks?
Yep,
I'm
yep. He's
disappointed in him.
So anyway,
Penny
yes,
says
and
damn
Todd-
February sounds horrible.
I saw that. I was gonna call that out, but I would say it's not as bad as like a moist July.
Oh geez.
Oh, Jesus.
Had to drop the M word,
Look,
didn't you?
it ain't dry. That's all I'm going to say. It ain't dry because
Ew.
dry to me was like scary for a lot of reasons. But a dry anything, and again, I picked February for the month because February, if
It's
you're
the
going to
shortest
do
month.
any, there you go.
That's right.
Any kind of cutback on alcohol, February is the month to do it because it's the shortest out of the year.
Oh.
But no, I hate to say it, it's going really well, and I think I'm going to keep this up past February. So
Oh,
I'm
wow.
pretty happy with it. Yeah.
That's cool.
You know, I gotta concede. I find that I'm actually able to get through my workouts a little bit better, easier
When you're drinking?
when I'm not drinking.
When you're not
It's-
I was gonna say.
Yeah. And
Listen,
I'm
I
not gonna
don't
lie.
recommend doing Peloton drunk. Do you know how many times I've fallen off the damn bike?
I was gonna say, I'm not gonna lie. It's been a long time since I haven't drank at home during the week.
I haven't drank.
Drank
I
at
haven't
home.
drank
Yeah.
at home.
Again, it's been
That's
a
amazing.
minute, which is why, I had
You're feeling it.
tomatinis
I
and
love it.
I'm like, woohoo, feeling good, which means I'm gonna have a nap after this recording.
Right.
Yeah, me too. Vital Vegas is in the house. He's drinking an In-N-Out shake, and Stilton is drinking iced tea and peach crown. So
That sounds great.
I was gonna say that sounds very refreshing. All right. Next up. Oh, speaking of Vital Vegas, he is reporting that shoplifting has gotten so bad at CVS in the Grand Bazaar shops that the front entrance has been barred.
This is the one that's on the strip, right?
Right,
That
yeah.
CVS?
And,
Oh,
yeah, right
Lord.
next to Grand Bazaar. Yeah. That's disappointing.
Well, and I think the worst part about this is that the employees are told don't
Don't stop.
do it.
Chase them.
Yeah.
Yeah, let them go.
Which is weird. When I was working retail, we kind of got a kick out of catching shoplifters because you're like,
But
oh
no,
shit, we
they-
got shoplifters.
But here's the thing: if the employee chases them and something happens to
Well,
the
you don't have to
employee,
chase them.
chase-
Like if you just block them from leaving the place is all we
but
ever
still,
did.
no. If they attack you even in the place,
No,
the employee
I
gets
get
hurt.
it. I get why
Yeah.
they do it, but unfortunately, these pieces of shit have just taken advantage of the fact that people are afraid that they're going to get hurt.
So you can't get into that CVS at
not
all
from the front
strip?
entrance, only from the two side entrances.
Wow.
That's wild.
You still get off. You still get to it from the strip. It's side entrances.
And there's a lot of shady people hanging out around that one, especially that driveway that runs kind of behind it between Paris and Horseshoe. Yeah,
Well, no, this is at the Grand Bazaar shops,
Yeah,
which is
not
In
by
front of
Paris and
Horseshoe.
Horseshoe.
yeah.
No, Venetian
Remember-
Grand Bazaar.
No, not Venetian Grand Bazaar. That's Grand Canal. The Grand Bazaar is at Horseshoe.
Right.
Oh, I was thinking of the one.
Karen, this is
Okay.
fantastic. I love if I'm going to be lost, I love being lost with somebody else.
I was thinking, and it's a Walgreens that's in front of the Venetian, isn't it?
It is.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay.
CVS is
You're
across
right.
the street at Treasure Island.
I see in my head. That's why I was so confused. I'm like, how is this happening? But no, the CVS there between the Horseshoe and yes,
It's got three entrances. Yeah.
I didn't realize it had three. I only knew the one.
Yeah. It's got two sides and then the front.
Oh.
Hmm.
Okay then. And shoplifting there doesn't surprise me, as Josh said. All right.
Yeah.
It has finally been confirmed that after 10 years in operation, Bazaar Meat at Sahara is closing. Confirmed details include a relocation to Venetian. I don't really care about the closing date. I want to know when the new opening date is.
I agree.
Right.
I'm super excited that it's leaving Sahara, so there's no reason that you can give
No.
me to go to Sahara.
And that's the thing, like, right? I'm sure somebody's like, "Are you going to go there before it closes?" And I really want to say no. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Part of me says
Fuck you,
yes
Sahara.
because I want to go there again, and I don't know for sure when the new one's going to
It'll be
open.
back, right?
So I kind of want to get one more little snacky trip in there, but
Snacky.
oh, you sit at
It's
the
gonna
I
be
know.
more than
bar.
snacking.
I was
Oh,
going to
it
say, only Karen can consider going to Bazaar Meats
No,
a
no, no, no.
snack.
No,
I'm just gonna
Tony,
I'm just gonna
no.
snack. I'm just gonna
I'm
snack.
gonna snack because all I'm gonna get are their little small plates, a bunch of little snacks. I don't order a steak. I don't get
It's
any
still
of
gonna
that.
cost you $300 for
No.
your snacks,
I know,
Karen.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
I have gotten away with dining at the
$200
bar.
easy.
No,
Yeah, that's right.
dining at the bar for less than $100.
Wow.
So
All right.
there.
All right.
So what do we think of the odds that Sahara survives after this?
Oh well, if you listen to them, they've got some great new exciting one of
Oh, I know,
things
right?
coming to
Some
the space.
culinary.
But at the same time, they said, if Bazaar wants to extend their lease, they can. But right now, that's the end date,
Yeah.
which means they have nothing.
Yeah. Exactly. Uh. t-
That's Josh.
No, I don't
Oh,
think so.
you're right. That is Mark.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was skipping
Lisa
over you.
Lisa, Expose, Color Me Bad, Rob Bass, CNC Music Factory, Candyman, Tag Team, Montel Jordan, and the Jets are performing at the Orleans Friday, June 6th. Show starts at 7 p.m. Tickets start at $54.
That sounds like fun.
It
I-
does.
$54?
Sounds like such a fun show.
I've sincerely thought about going,
If they all came out and sang like their one or two songs that they're actually
which is
known
what I
for, and
believe
then the
they're
next-
doing. That's why I think there's
Yeah.
so many of them.
That does sound like a lot of fun.
Because I'm Rob Bass, the one who... I don't need to go into that.
I'm Rob Bass and I came to get down. I'm not internationally known. Sorry.
Las Vegas Aces star and WNBA MVP Aja Wilson was named Time Magazine's Woman of the Year.
I have no comment.
Good for her.
Sorry, it wasn't you.
Right.
Oh, no chance it was going to be me, but
This is kind of a creepy, icky sort of bit
Yeah.
of trivia here. Donny Osmond uses AI to transform his 14-year-old grandson Dixton's face.
Daxton.
Jackson.
Daxton, that makes sense. Oh my God. Wow, that makes it even
Yeah, that was weird. That
Can I try that again? Donny Osmond is using
Hopefully-
AI to transform his 14-year-old grandson Daxton's face to look like a 14-year-old Donny Osmond on stage while the two perform together.
The technology sounds fascinating, but I agree it's perverse that his nephew is a stand-in for
Grandson.
him.
Grandson.
Sorry.
Well, and so here's the weird thing. Your grandson is obviously talented enough to perform with you on stage. But yet you're going to do some
Yep.
facial projection to make him look like you instead of being proud of your grandson who could be
Very
on
Liberace
with
of
you?
him. Very Liberace.
wow.
This
Yeah,
is
that's
like
great.
a self-centered egomaniac kind of bullshit that I don't I feel bad for the grandkid and who's the well, I know who the parents are because they're like, we're going to tap into, daddy's funds and make nice and you can do whatever you want to our kids. So we get, part of your fortune when you're dead and gone. But God, that's just wrong.
So I've got to write up my review of Donny Osmond. We saw him a few months back, and there was some funny and some like unintentionally funny and weird shit that happened during that show that I can't wait to cover. In the like, I'll just say this: like, we should not have projectiles going around the room when the audience is primarily AARP members.
Right. Old enough to be.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that is.
I think you told us about that one. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. And lastly, thousands of runners will take to the streets this weekend for the Las Vegas Rock and Roll Running Series. They can't call it a marathon anymore because it doesn't have a race long enough.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. Huh.
This
Yeah,
happened
it's been that way for a few years. They've only
so?
done the half.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
been the longest one. Yeah.
They have
Just
changed-
when I was getting ready to sign up for the marathon too.
Right.
Tony's like, not a full marathon. Fuck it, I'm out.
That's
I'm saying-
never mind now.
Tony, they still have a 5K. We know you've done those before.
My fat ass can manage a 5K. That is true. It is not a pretty sight from anyone behind me, but the good news is I'll probably be in last place anyway, so not an issue.
All right, everyone, reach for your volume knobs because
That's it for news and prop bets. Let's check the river.
I've adjusted the volume on that to try and accommodate the complaints that we've had. Do I need to adjust it more, or we just make
no, we love it.
All right.
Leave it alone.
It's really loud though, isn't it? When it blasts.
Yes, but
I
we
turned
love
it
it
down
like
though.
that.
I lowered the volume to like 10, so it's like -10 when it starts, and it still comes in blasting.
Like the 5 communal cards you get in a game of Texas Hold'em, the river can have anything turn up. Just like our river segment, this week we've got some listener feedback. And that listener feedback is related to Vegas, from Fremont to the Strip, how Las Vegas casinos evolved.
Yeah, we've
I
got
just
two.
wanna re-
We've got two
Go ahead.
5-star reviews. One with an amazing we got 2 5-star scores. We got one with an amazing review that we want to share with you.
Oh, good Lord. This is after several cocktails and it's tiny on this little screen. All right. So our dear friend, John Chandler, wrote this first review and he titles it A Definitive History of Las Vegas and the Industry That Transformed the City. Ever since I first visited Las Vegas in the late 90s, I have been obsessed with the city and the industry that is the engine of its growth. It is such a uniquely American city. In what other country would you find a city filled with some of the best hotels, restaurants, shopping, and shows in the world, located in the middle of a desert that, absent from the aforementioned and possibly the Hoover Dam, would have no earthly reason to be there? But it is here. Sorry, I'm reading this like cold, by the way. But it is there, and the story or stories behind the evolution of Las Vegas from a tiny dot on the desert map into one of the tourist capitals of the world has always been one that has fascinated me. I have read virtually every book on the history of Las Vegas that I could get my hands on, and while there are several great ones out there, they tended to focus on one particular aspect of Las Vegas and its rich history. A particular hotel, the influence of the mob, or the impact of a singular developer. What was lacking was a comprehensive history that sewed all the threads of the Vegas story into a single book. That was until now. All right, and y'all talk amongst yourself because I need to take a little drink.
Good job so far, John.
I agree.
Sorry for the review that's being read right now. I'm sure half of that is probably what you said. The other half is never mind.
I don't know if you can tell that I'm giving you like
I
you
absolutely
the
can.
eye specifically.
If looks could kill. Please
You
continue.
try doing this, Tony. You can't
No,
read words
I-
that you have known forever and have read,
100%.
times.
That's exactly right. It's amazing how far I can throw those stones living in a glass house, isn't it?
Hmm. Mark Witowicz's new self-published book, Vegas, From Fremont to the Strip, fills this obvious void in the historical marketplace and does so in spectacular fashion. This is the book that those of us obsessed with Vegas history have been waiting for. A comprehensive, one-stop shop history of the evolution of Las Vegas. I have to call it out. He did spell the last name wrong, which cracks me up. So Mark begins with the early beginnings of the Fremont Street or downtown Vegas area and follows the story throughout the development of the Strip, the evolution of the modern mega casino properties. Peppered in are chapters with profiles of major movers and shakers that made the evolution of the city possible, from the well-known Steve Wynn, Howard Hughes, and Kirk Kerkorian, to the lesser known, but just as important, figures such as Jay Sarno, Billy Wilkerson, and Dill Webb. There are also fun chapters focused on some of the great casinos of the past, the Sands, Dunes, Desert Inn, and the Stardust. Witowicz does a great job piecing the whole story together in a single comprehensive history that is an easy read and very hard to put down. Really, I have a breather here, folks. Nobody's going to chime in. Anything else? All right.
Everyone's doing great. John, you did great writing. Karen, you're doing great reading. Go team.
Thank you for a moment, because
Yeah.
my other co-hosts aren't giving me any. While this might be a self-published book, don't think for a minute that it was written by a guy that views the history of Vegas as a passing hobby. Wojtowicz has spent decades researching, writing, and thinking about Vegas and its history. His hugely popular 360 Vegas his hugely popular podcast.
I know. I don't understand why you had to say it.
I didn't. I read fast. Hadn't seen this
it's a bit
before.
jokey.
It was too. Stop. His hugely popular podcast, 360 Vegas,
It's
recently
hugely
celebrated its 500th episode and has been responsible for writing and producing dozens of special episodes focused on Vegas history. This guy knows his stuff. The book has clearly been a labor of love for Mark, and the reader is the beneficiary of all the blood, sweat, and tears he has put into the project. Las Vegas is a unique city in more ways than one, particularly as it relates to preserving its history. Unlike New York, Chicago, or even LA, it doesn't. To paraphrase the great line from, quote, Field of Dreams, Las Vegas has rolled by like an army of steamrollers. It has been erased like a blackboard, rebuilt, and erased again. If you go to Las Vegas today, you really have to look hard to see the remnants of the city's great history. Many of the great properties of yesterday are gone, from the Desert Inn to the Sands to the Dunes to the recently deceased Tropicana. Not even the Flamingo looks anything like it did when Bugsy Siegel opened it in 1946. The history of Las Vegas is hard to find, but Wojtowicz does a fabulous job of bringing all that history back to life. It's a must-read for anyone even remotely interested in Las Vegas history. Like the city itself, you won't find anything like Vegas, from Fremont to the Strip, in the marketplace.
What an awesome review. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
And Vital Vegas has probably the best comment about the review in the chat, which is, that's how you say your last name?
Depending on if you want that's the American version, yes.
Right.
Okay.
What's
All right,
the
you ready to-
Slovakian way of saying it?
It's not Slovakian, it's Polish.
The Polish is
I don't care. I want to know how the Slovaks would say it.
Wojtowicz.
Vitovich with a V. Got it. All right. And do we have another review?
No,
Nope.
we got 2 stars,
ratings.
2 ratings, but 1 with review.
So I will put a plug
Gotcha,
out there.
gotcha.
If you guys have gotten the book, if you've read the book, if you like the book, please go out and rate it, obviously, but leave a review, because the reviews are what people go to look at to
Yes.
decide if they're not.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of the folks that have the book now
Well,
know about
at least rate it. I mean, because the ratings
yeah,
are what's
definitely rate
going to
it.
drive the algorithms that Amazon uses to post the book high up when you search for certain Vegas books.
Right. But reviewing it and adding that texture is what helps other people who stumble upon this decide, yes, I'm
commitment
gonna
to
read
pull the
this, or
trigger.
yes, I'm
Yeah.
not going to. So, if you enjoy it, please leave not only a rating but a review. It would really help us out. Would greatly appreciate it.
Yes.
All right. This will be fun. Next up, 360 Vegas trivia. This is our opportunity to share our knowledge of Las Vegas history while allowing you to test your skill while you play along at home or in the live chat. So, Mark, you've got something ready to rock and roll for at least Josh and I, and Karen, she gets to hang out with us too. Well, actually, Josh, if you're open to
You need
it,
to
I would
refresh your
like to,
cocktail.
I would like to pause for any opportunity to let Karen jump in if she thinks she knows it before we immediately scream out an answer.
If I know something, I'm going to do this.
There you go.
Does that work? Okay. 'Cause
There you go.
I might have a thought on some of them, or I go, oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
might know.
All right.
All right. Very good. Very good.
right, so
We're
we
ready.
got
And
some-
a lot of the listeners are going to be excited because they've been waiting for this trivia.
That's
Yes,
right.
casino trivia we have available for you this time. We'll start it off with, what is the opening line of the film?
We had it all.
No. Anybody
It
else?
was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
No, but
Oh
it's
my God, are you kidding me? You guys have all been, and you can. Oh wow.
yeah. No, it's
Excuse me. Hold on, Karen. Jump in here with an answer before you criticize our
I
lack
know.
of answers.
So far, Karen, we're all evensies on the right answers.
All right, so it's when you love someone, you've got to trust them.
Oh, fuck.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Line to the song.
When he's getting out of the car to walk into.
No, when he's
Getting into the
he's
car.
walking out of
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's right.
the rib place. Tony
Yeah.
Roma's.
Tony Romo's.
No, he's walking
Eric
out-
Anderson in the chat apparently got it right. So
Well done, Eric Anderson.
yeah.
Well done. When is the film set?
That first placard comes up. It says 1983, but obviously it's bouncing around before that.
Oh, you almost quoted the answer. Well done. It's the car bomb is in 1983, and the rest of the film starts in 1973.
Okay.
Where's the car bomb set in real life?
Main Street Station.
That's correct. Main Street Station with California across the street.
Oh, I knew that.
But that's not where it really happened, right?
No.
It was
No,
more
that's not
Sahara,
where it really happened. It
near
happened off of
Golden Steer, right?
right, well, off of Tropicana, down by Tony Roma's. Well, actually, today it's the Hustler location.
Really?
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Although they still have the Marie Claire's there,
Oh,
which
wow.
in the original newspaper report said that he was at Marie Claire's, which is incorrect. He was at Tony Roma's.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. What is the name of the character played by Robert De Niro in the film?
Ace Rothstein.
Oh,
Oh.
she raised her hand,
I
Josh.
know. I was like, as the words come out, I was like, wait, I heard
I
it.
knew
Oh,
Ace. I didn't know the last name, so I knew
Ace. Okay.
That's right. Sam Eighth Rothstein. Ace Rothstein. What is the name of the character played by Sharon Stone in the film? Wow, I can't believe I'm stumping you guys on this.
What?
It's
She's like a
Ginger.
main character.
Ginger.
Yes. Yeah.
Ginger. Yes, it's Ginger.
Good
How-
job, Tony.
Okay, so here's the sad thing. That popped into my head. I'm like, that can't be right. 'cause
Trust
the
yourself,
fact that
Karen.
you two sat there. Oh my
This-
god. Maybe I know more than I think I do.
I think you do know more than you give
But
yourself.
I
credit for.
haven't. I've watched the movie once all the way through.
Well, you know what? You have a beautiful mind.
No, I have an obsessive husband that's been playing in the background for so many years. It might have all
He's
sunk
just
in.
picked it up. Yeah.
Who wrote the screenplay for the film?
Oh, Scorsese and Nicholas Pileggi.
Yep, there you go.
yes,
You got it.
Yes.
Tony was trying
Damn
to
it.
cheat.
I was trying to cheat. I'm like, damn it, it's on that
Let me
bookshelf
just
right there.
stretch a look back.
I know. Hang
here.
on. It's the-
Wait, you have a book of the screenplay, or you have?
no, the book.
movie,
Nicholas
or-
Leglio
the-
wrote the book, which is phenomenal.
Yeah,
Even if you've watched the movie, read the book. It's so good.
100%.
What is the name of the fictional Vegas property in the film?
Tangiers.
Oh.
Years.
There you go.
Sorry, Karen. You
No,
got
that's
to
fine. That's
got to
fine.
be a little faster.
Well, I didn't. I was in mid drink when he said it, so no.
Oh,
If
fair
I-
enough.
If I knew it and I had it right, I'm good. You said it
For
first.
for the
Congrats.
Patreon viewers, for Patreon subscribers, the video that just popped up this week, the 360th hour cocktail, I
Yeah.
had if you're for those that are paying attention, I add a new pin for every cocktail video, and this week's cocktail video, I added the Tangiers pin to the apron, so that
Nice.
was
Oh my
top of
God,
mind.
How many pins do you have?
Oh, he's
on the
got
apron?
tons of pins.
A lot. It is a very fucking heavy apron to put on. It's like chainmail. I get a nice core workout just having that
You're
worn
gonna have to
around
start
me.
like
Well,
shortening up the straps to pull the pins up. So you can
that's
see
possible.
all- and then put the back brace on so to make sure you're kind
Right.
Put the
Okay,
back
well.
brace on. How old do you think I am? Ouch.
yeah, you're getting there.
Don't answer that question, right?
Todd says soon you'll have 31 pieces of flair.
I see that. That's fantastic. I'm getting there, Todd. I'm ready for it.
That's a good
That's
call.
my long lost calling is to be a TGI Friday waitress from the from Office Space.
All right, what was Ace Rothstein's? What was Ace Rothstein before he was manager of the Tangiers?
He was a bookmaker
I've got it. Yeah, like it depends on how you want to answer it. I was gonna call like a bookie.
or
Yeah,
odds.
he's a
Yeah.
handicap. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
that's
Same
what I
thing.
put it. Okay.
That's a
yeah.
better answer. That's a better answer.
How much was the Teamsters loan for the purchase of the Tangiers?
Wow.
I'll tell you what. I'll start. I'll fall on the sword. I'll start. Tell me if it's higher or lower, and then I'll let the rest of them jump in. I'll start with $5 million.
Way higher.
I was gonna say 16 stuck in my head.
You got a 6 right.
63.
Wow, just over 62,000 or 62,700,000.
Oh wow,
Well done, Josh.
wow.
Yeah.
I rounded up.
What was the name of the character played by Joe Pesci in the film?
All I could think of is Tony the Ant Spilatro.
Oh my
I know,
God.
the real guy.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, Nikki Santoro.
There you go. There you go.
I was gonna say, as much as you guys love these movies, you couldn't remember Ginger. You didn't know Pesci's
So-
character's name. Like
I will say this about Casino: that is a 3-hour movie that is
Yeah.
I know.
constantly hitting you
I
with
know.
information. Like
I
it
get
gives
it.
you so much
but
exposition.
you have
There's
Go
a reason
fast.
I've got like 70 questions
But
here.
the same basic characters and you don't know their names aside of Ace.
3 of them have 2 names because there's their real life name and then there's the name that they go by in the movie.
Right, that
and
is the
those of us who
confusing
know
part.
this
No, but it's
history,
the movie. But it's the movie.
Why you gotta criticize these guys?
Because I know I was going to get shit for not knowing any of this.
Nobody's giving
And
you
I-
shit for not knowing it.
but you're giving us shit for not knowing it.
Joe Pesci's character's name. He's one of the main guys, right?
You didn't know it?
No, I didn't. But that's fine.
Okay,
I knew Ginger.
next question.
Yes,
Next
according to the
question.
film, where's the Tangiers located?
Oh, so across from the dunes,
Yes.
south of Flamingo.
Okay,
So
in
on the east side
reality,
of the
what is
strip.
that?
Yeah, no, it's supposed to be right about where
Kind of where Planet Hollywood,
Hollywood is.
Paris is ish.
No, it's where the Cromwell is.
I'm gonna have to fact check you and watch the movie tonight.
What were
It's
the
exactly where
directions
Cromwell is.
you guys said? Because you
said
said
it's just
Flamingo.
just south of Flamingo, and it's before you get to Bally's, so it's Cromwell.
Well, just south of Flamingo is Bally's.
But you can see the dune sign across the street from it, which
Which is incorrect because that's where Caesar's Palace is supposed to be. That was
Yeah,
that
well, they
was
do,
the
and see,
movie.
that's what's hard about this question is because they do even back in the 1995 era, they still CGI'd in some
Right.
other locations that
Right,
weren't
yeah.
where those locations actually were. So it's hard.
Yeah,
to,
I agree. That's a tough question.
because even Todd is saying that it was Paris, and
and Todd.
Todd's
So-
right about everything. So I
Yeah.
just
So
says
I
it is.
invented the POV series to describe this whole situation. So I'm
If
gonna
only-
say
I
of
would
all
say
the experts in the
something
room,
no, it's
it's
right.
definitely me.
all right. Yeah, hey, who's got a book with their name on it, and who doesn't?
right.
Because
That's
I see a
right.
bunch of people who don't have names on a book.
What property's Port Ashore is repurposed to serve as the Tangiers?
Ooh, Landmark.
That's correct. The Landmark. She
The
was
Landmark had like already closed, right? And then they just
They lit her back up for
Yeah.
for the exterior shots. Who plays the character Billy Sherbert in the film?
I don't even know who that is.
oh shit, that's the
Don
guy.
Rickles.
Yes,
Don Rickles. You got it. Well done.
good.
Oh, I had to pick an actor who is famous enough to
Yeah.
make a question.
Yep, that's a good one. What is the name of the character played by James Woods in the film?
Lester.
Lester Diamond. Yes, well done. What property stands as the Tangiers in the film?
Oh, that one's come on, Karen, you know this one. Nope. All right, Stardust.
Yeah.
No, it's the Riviera. The Riviera.
Well, oh,
stands
sorry,
in as
we
the,
did not understand your question then because
that-
if
that's my
Tony
fault
read
for
it the way I read it, which was like, what is Tangiers taking the place of?
Yes, I can't say that's a wrong question or that's a wrong answer because you are right. The Stardust is the original property that the Tangier stands in for, but the property that they actually use to film in is the Riviera. So that
I think that would have been the
that's-
question you
that's
should
my
have asked
question.
us then.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
Fair
you go.
enough.
That's
fair enough. What does the security guard in front of the count room get to watch the door?
A C
come
note.
on, Karen. Oh,
Damn,
God,
well
darn
done,
it, Josh. Give
Well done.
Karen a shot.
No
An
idea.
extra C
You have-
note a week.
This is the
Between-
details in the movie that I
Between
don't know.
$1, a $5, a $10, $20, and a $100 bill, you had a 1 in 5 chance. Notice I didn't say $50 bill because those are bad luck in the casino.
That's
Ah.
right. You would not give anybody in a casino that.
Yeah. Where does the skim from the Tangiers go?
Kansas City.
God damn, Josh, you are killing it.
Because that's as far west, as close as Vegas as most of these fuckers can go, or whatever he says.
That's right. That's right. Who is the outfit's top boss in the film?
No one?
Go ahead.
Remo?
Yes, Remo Gaggi. Well done.
I may have
Oh,
watched the
no.
first half of the movie this week, but that's as far as I made it. So
I
when we
know,
get
damn
later
it,
down this list,
I even knew this trivia was coming up. I should have at least watched it just to brush up on some of these answers.
Again, I'm going
Damn
to
it.
say, as much as you all talk about this movie, the number of questions that Mark has asked that you don't know, I don't know them. That's fine. But I would expect
sorry.
you guys to know them. And I'm worried about the trivia that I have written, to come
I
up.
disappoint so many people in my life. I'm sorry to add you to the list.
God, right now,
matter of
I'm
time.
just, I mean, Tony, I'm used to, but Josh, come on.
Right. Yeah. See, welcome to being on the podcast more frequently, buddy. You got to show
Yeah.
up more to disappoint more. It's
That's
a
right.
numbers game.
That's
But,
right.
but Tony, he's still winning right now. So the major disappointment
Well,
is
then
on
you know
you.
what, Karen? I'm cutting you out. I've done trying to bring you in because I knew the Kansas City answer. So it's now just me against Josh.
Don't wait for me. No, don't wait. Honestly,
Yeah,
you guys
yeah.
never should have been waiting for me. Just go.
Well,
She's
that'll
being mean,
teach us.
Tony, so quit being nice.
That'll be teach
Right.
exactly.
I am
Josh,
not
that'll
being
teach
mean.
us.
I'm being
That'll
truthful.
teach us. No good deed goes unpunished.
That's
Right. What is the name of the head of the Teamsters Union in the film?
Oh. Not Jimmy Hoffa.
No, not Jimmy Hoffa, but that's the guy that. Well, it's not even the guy that he's playing. He's playing Jimmy.
No,
Hoffa.
it's the other guy that, yeah.
Is it the guy that's supposed to be the straight-laced one?
No. God, he's only mentioned like once, I think.
Yeah, it's Andy Stone. Andy Stone. What is the name of the character played by Kevin Pollak?
Green?
God damn, you were killing it, Josh. Philip Green.
Oh,
Philip Green is his
Oh,
name.
and Tim Kennedy
job,
topped
Tim
in
Kennedy.
on chat, like right there.
Yes, well
too.
done, Tim.
Yeah.
What property does Andy Stone talk to Ace by the pool about running the Tangiers?
Riviera. Or it's
Yes.
pool. And it
Well
very
done.
clearly says Riviera. There's the R and
Nice.
everything.
Yep, exactly. What real-world bar is mistaken as the bar used in the film during the pen stabbing sequence?
Yeah, I don't know what the bar is.
It's Atomic Liquors. It gets mistaken for it all the time, but if you go to Atomic Liquors, they're like, yeah, they didn't film here.
Okay.
But the myth is that that's where they filmed it. I remember
And I
the
always-
first time I went there, I'm like, wow, this is where they filmed Casino, and I'm like, how did they film in here?
Repeat the question.
What real world bar is mistaken as God damn it. What real world bar is mistaken as the bar used in the film during the pen stabbing sequence?
Okay.
And I always thought that scene was not supposed to be in Vegas anyway. Like that took place before the two of
Oh.
them made it to Vegas. I mean, the timeline bounces around a lot right there in like the
exactly.
first third of the movie. So
Right.
Tim Kennedy says stage door.
Nice.
I mean, let's be honest. Isn't there? Damn it, Todd. Damn it. He goes, isn't there a pen stabbing at stage door every night already? Damn you. Get out of my head, Todd. Also, it's interesting that the chat seems to be live, but my video of what I'm seeing on my
Yes.
screen
Yeah,
correct.
it's
is
delayed.
way behind.
Correct.
So
Yep.
I think we gave Tim credit for something. I think Tim was saying Philip Green for the head of the Teamsters Union, but because of the timing,
Yeah.
his answer came in at the same time as when we were asking about the Kevin Pollak question. So it looked like he swooped in there super fast with the right answer, but it was actually because he's got C above. So I think that's what happened with the
Oh.
timing thing, and that's what's throwing you and I off.
Except I saw me holding up the book where I did the joke about who's got their
Yeah,
name on
no,
the book.
the-
Like
Yeah.
a
the
minute
live
and a
is
half
delayed.
after
Yeah, there's a significant delay if you're looking at it.
on the video,
Don't-
but not on the
don't try to-
chat.
Not on the chat. The chat's right up with
Chat's
us.
good.
Yeah.
That's fascinating to know.
That is fascinating.
Oh, all right. All right. Very good. Okay. Next question.
All right. What did Ace say Nikki does when it comes to fights? This is a tough one because it's a quote.
He plays unfair. He fights unfair.
Yeah. It says you beat Nikki with fists, he comes back with a bat. You beat him with a knife, he comes back with
Yes.
a gun.
Right.
You beat him with a gun, you better kill him.
You better kill him
He'll keep
because
coming back until one of you is dead. What is the cardinal rule of the casino?
Never cheat.
Keep them playing and keep them coming back.
Yes, fuck.
Who's watching who in a casino?
Oh, this is a great one. So security's
Yeah.
watching the dealers. The dealers are watching the players, or sorry, the
No
and ultimately
security,
the
but you're on the right
security's
track.
watching everybody. That's
Yeah.
how it ends.
Yeah, you got
So
the
the-
essence of it. You
The
got the
pit
essence.
boss
of it.
is watching. Hang on, I can do this. The
Make
pit
it make him
boss.
do the whole thing. I want him to do the whole
All right,
thing.
so the
It starts with the dealers are watching the players.
yes, the dealers are watching the players.
So build
The
up.
pit bosses are watching the dealers.
Missed one. Missed one.
Did I?
Boxman.
Yeah,
Boxmen
he's
are
got
watching
it,
the
the boxman.
dealers. Pit boss is watching the boxman. Then
Yes.
there's the shift. The shift manager is watching
Yes.
the what I just say?
The
Pit boss.
Thank
the
you.
pit boss.
And then security, they're watching everything.
And like the floor manager's watching the shift
How many
boss,
layers?
and then I'm watching the shift manager, and then there's the eye in the sky above us all
So
watching
great.
everything.
So great.
Yeah.
The exact quote is the dealers are watching the players, the boxmen are watching the dealers, the floormen are watching the boxmen, the pit boss are watching the floormen, the shift bosses are watching the pit bosses, the casino manager is watching the shift bosses. I'm watching the casino manager, and the eye in sky is watching us all.
Such a good line. Such a good line. And it's
Yeah.
so fucking true. So
Absolutely.
fucking true.
To this day, right? Like
Yeah,
they're
oh,
talking about
absolutely. It's gotta
how
be.
things
It's gotta
operated 50 years ago. To this
Yeah,
day.
nothing changes.
Yeah.
What is Ginger's first line in the film?
Give me my fucking money.
I don't know.
No, I told you I was hot tonight. She's
Yeah,
at
I
the
was
craps table
close.
and she rolled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he tries to fuck her out of the money, and he goes, I'm just gonna, you want me to pretend that I haven't seen you pocketing my hundreds all night or something like
Yeah.
that?
How does Ginger respond to John telling her that to get lost?
She throws the
He-
chips in the air.
Yes,
right.
those are chips in the air. How much money does Ace give Ginger when when she says she's going to powder her nose at the pepper mill?
I'll go with
$100. He starts to peel
$100.
off 50 and she takes more. Right. So what's weird about that is that, and I don't know if it's supposed to be there or not, but that's in like the fire room at Peppermill, right?
Right.
Yes,
Yep.
Where they're making out and stuff. And
Right.
and she talks about how she hits some machines on the way back. So apparently it's not supposed to take place in that room. It's supposed to be at a casino or something.
No, they have machines at Peppermill.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they've got a few
Over on the diner side.
right.
At least
Okay.
on the diner side. I haven't
Okay.
yet to hang out on the fire side.
Me too, Tony. We need to make it a point to do that because like always like, hey, I want
hang
to
on,
do
I'm
that.
sorry, just for a record. So the second time I made reference to putting the book up on the screen, just showed up on the screen. So how long ago was that? It was about 2 minutes ago. Like
Yeah.
the video on my
A
end at
minute
least is
and a
2
half,
minutes
yeah.
behind.
Just let it go. It's fine.
Oh,
It's
thanks,
fine,
Karen. I
Tony.
was worried.
They're still seeing you in all your glory. You'll be okay. Just because you
This-
can see you in real
Somebody's-
time.
Somebody's bored.
The
No.
stream will catch up with reality at
That's
some
right.
point.
What did Ace describe what Lester Diamond does for a living?
He's a pimp. Nope. Okay.
It's not
He's
bad.
a procurer of certain delicacies.
I like the answer. He was a moocher, a card cheat, a country club golf hustler, a scumbag.
So you were close, Karen.
Yeah.
No, I was nowhere close to any of that. I was taking a shot at like the characters in the film, being like, okay, so this guy's gonna be like goes finds and stuff for
Right.
everybody else. Yeah, no, it didn't happen.
When Ace and his team circle the man that they will eventually shock with a cattle prod, what does Ace order from the operator on the phone before they shock the cheater?
Fuck. They come out and they sing happy birthday, but he calls it something. Shit.
Got me.
So Josh, as the film student, has paid way more attention to this as Tony, the fan, has done.
Yeah.
True.
He
Which I
said, Mr.
appreciate.
Happy loud.
Mr. Happy. When I call and order a Mr. Happy over the phone, I
That's
get something else.
something entirely different. Well done, Tim Kennedy.
Yes,
Well done.
Yeah, Tim Kennedy's got it.
He's got him. Yeah, golf pro pimp and Mr. Happy.
What is cheater's justice?
Smashing somebody's
Smashing their
fingers with a
hands
hammer.
That's correct. Breaking a guy's hand. What options does Ace offer the cheater when he enters the room?
Oh,
can
you
either
can
give the
you can take
money
the
back.
money and lose
Yep.
your fingers, or you can give the money back and go without us fucking you up, basically. But you can't have them both.
That's right. Well done. Well done. Get the saw. There you go. Tim Kennedy.
So
Still,
wait, so Todd got us because I had said, when I call it Order of Mr. Happy, it's a different thing. But Todd points out, aptly true, that it also involved the cattle prod. When I call it Order of Mr. Happy, he's right. He's right, 100%.
He's not wrong. It's right.
Yeah.
It's not wrong.
There's an aspect of this that I just need to step out of. I just need to be like, I'm out.
Karen's like, y'all motherfuckers need Jesus.
No, no. Because y'all on Jesus would be scarier. I'd
On
rather have you
Jesus.
where you are. But I just
I know that it's easy to use that line, y'all motherfuckers need Jesus, but
Mhm.
Outside of the motherfuckers part, are you quoting Laverne from Scrubs right now, Josh?
I don't know. I've just heard that as a meme so many times that
Oh, got it.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. I
All
digress.
right, let's finish these up.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah,
still got tons of them, but I'm gonna call it here in a second.
Humminal.
How old is Ace Rothstein in the film when he proposes to Ginger?
Oh fuck.
58.
Older
Go
than
ahead,
dirt.
chime in.
no, I just wanted to
Older?
guess.
No way. No
I
way.
was gonna guess that he was probably 47.
Oh, that's really close. That's lower. It's 43 years old.
I'll say, Todd, that was up to you.
Yeah.
I was closer than Tony.
Where was Ace and Ginger's wedding held at?
The Riviera.
That's right, the Riviera. The Riviera. And then one more. What was the coat Ace puts on Ginger while showing her the new house that he just bought made out of?
Mink.
Oh, you want to be more specific?
No, it's chinchilla.
Oh.
Oh, those
Chinchilla.
are softer.
Those are
Oh,
softer.
they are.
Of all of my fur coats, I've found chinchilla to be the
Your
most.
sister had a
soft.
chinchilla as a pet. They're
That's
super
right. That's
soft.
right.
They're so like a mink is still like it's a wired-haired animal, right? It's fancy, warm, all that, but chinchillas are so soft and
That's right.
cuddly. Yeah.
All right, that's all we got for trivia this time.
All right. Well, listen, thank you to everybody who's been hanging out in the chat. We really do appreciate it. You've been a lot of fun and you've helped contribute to the conversation. So I think with that, does anybody else, the four of you got it, three of you have any last closing comments before we get
No, this is always great. This is fun. We'll announce when the next one's going to be, probably 3 months from now, which is our standard.
Well,
But,
no, 3 months from now is gonna be right before a month before Vegas vacation.
Yeah.
So yeah,
A month
maybe-
before,
we
it'll be
can do that.
fine.
Yeah.
We've been doing it kind of quarterly.
I kind of like quarterly. That
Yeah, I
works.
agree.
That works. Good. Well, and frankly, listeners, what did you think about doing it on a Saturday? Because
Oh, wow, that's a good.
usually we do it
Yeah.
on a Friday. Did you like it better? I'm sure I can almost imagine that Alistair certainly appreciates it being on a Saturday.
yeah.
Any of our
But-
European friends, yeah, this is way more their time.
Right. But what do you think about on a Saturday? So give us some feedback in the chat real quick, and then I will slowly close us out.
Hmm.
That's gonna do. Oh, hang on. Did you give me a plug in the? See, There you
Tony,
go.
come on.
What is it? 521. Got it. Usually Mark plugs in the
Yeah, that was my
episode
fault.
number at the bottom, and he didn't. So I literally had to go back and look.
Okay, so,
So
Mark, you're bad.
that's going to do it for episode number 521. Thank you all for listening and downloading. We really do appreciate it. Shane thinks that maybe we should do a Patreon poll. That's not a bad idea. If you'd like to check out any of the stories on today's show, you can do so on the blog, which is 360vegaspodcast.com. You can get premium and exclusive content when you subscribe to our show at patreon.com/360vegas and get 360 Vegas. My screen's right in front of this screen right here with the computer, or the camera is in front of the words, and I can't scroll any further.
You don't remember
360
360 Vegas? You had to lean over to look at it.
And the rest of the words. Our shows at patreon.com/360vegas and get 360 Vegas shirts, mugs, and anything else that we can slap a logo on at zazzle.com/360vegas. If you'd like to send some feedback, please send an email to Mark. His email address is 360vegaspodcast@gmail.com.
Tony, where can folks find you?
I'm at 360 Vegas Tony.
Karen,
I'm at 360 Vegas Karen.
Josh.
360 Vegas J Dubs.
I just told you where you can find me. So until next time.